Hello there everybody, this is Alex from Hardcore Guides, bringing my guide for Uncharted 2 Among Thieves on Crushing Difficulty. Today we're doing Chapter 6 entitled Desperate Times. One of the longer chapters actually. I noticed it's about 20 minutes long. Haven't done that one in a hot minute, right? I think Chapter 2 was about 20 minutes or so, wasn't it? Something like that. Anyway, so we're continuing off the back of Chapter 5. I still like this chapter, but not nearly as much as I like Chapter 5. Chapter 5 will always be my favorite Uncharted chapter, I think, of just all time in general. I mean, again, you know, you can thank it for getting me into Uncharted to begin with, so there's that. I likely had a Wes carried over from the last fight. It doesn't really matter exactly what guns you use for these types of fights, but having a Wes or, in the future, a Desert to basically one-shot an enemy and just get rid of them is always kind of nice. It's not, you know, it's nothing necessary. Whatever I have equipped is never something I would say that you absolutely need. Like, you could technically run this entire game probably with a shotgun and be fine. But it'd be a lot more difficult, and it would definitely... Oh, sorry. Let me just move my chair back. It would definitely be a lot more difficult, but I'm sure it's something that somebody could try as a challenge, and I don't feel like doing that. So, yeah, this guy right here, he's nothing really. He just kind of exists. But I don't think he ever hops out of the truck, so easy kill. And then just take out the guys all around. Take out the riot shield that you saw I took out earlier. And move your way up, slowly but surely. And then start picking off some headshots with the FAL. If, you know, you so choose. Because at least there is one right here. There might have been a guy that dropped it. God, I love this game, man. I love this. It looks so good. I just, yesterday, I was recording gameplay. Currently, right now, I'm doing commentary right after well, this is the day after I did commentary for Chapter 5. So for those that had seen Chapter 5, this is kind of a follow-up the day after for commentary. I did record up to Chapter, right now, 23. I haven't finished Chapter 23 yet. We are 22 out of 26 chapters complete. So, just to give you guys a rundown of how long this series might take. It might take me the next couple of weeks to finish Uncharted 2 because of uploading, and I really don't want to make it bad for you guys to have to get stuck watching, or stuck having to see in your subscription box. Listen how old I sound. I don't want your video feed to be taken up just by nothing but Uncharted 2 content, so... Well, I mean, my channel will have that regardless, but I don't want you guys to see nothing but hardcore and crap. That's why I'm going to limit myself to at least 2 videos a day, which even then, that's still quite a lot of videos if you think about it. But 12 o'clock Central Time will be upload number 1, and then upload number 2 will be like, I don't know, 7 o'clock in the morning. Something like that. That way it's a little bit less egregious. Because I know for a fact how terrible it is uploading 3 videos a day. I could do that, but I don't want to make you guys angry or upset. I'm sure there's some people out there that don't really care or don't mind. But it's one of those things where, I did a little heel click jump right there. I was so excited I got to here. It was an accident, but yeah, real quick, just to kind of give some advice. Most of this is just essentially the same thing you've been doing, and pretty much will just be the same thing you do for a while. I don't have any good particular tips. There are chapters later on that I will probably have some advice for, or at least I should have some advice for, but for the most part, this particular section isn't really even that bad. It seems like it is at first, but it's really not that terrible. Also, once you come in here, be careful from your left when you're facing outside the entrance, because these guys will appear on your left side, so something to kind of look out for. Just pay attention to the waves that spawn in, either on my video or while you play, and then you can just kind of, decide to do whatever there. I was panicking. I was so panicking right there. I was so scared. Now I'm just going to lob pretty much 3-ish grenades just to get at least a couple of good kills. Specifically the riot shielder. I always try to keep... I try to keep 1 grenade just in case, because you never know when a riot shield enemy might appear. And then again, using handgun for long range accuracy, because the AK is just not really the most accurate thing, but yeah. I think a lot of the reason why I love this game so... Oh, speaking of getting lucky, I got super lucky with this guy. He could have easily blasted me, but he went for melee instead. And I think for the counter, I think you have to mash square until the game slows down, and then you hit triangle. I think that's what they're... Because I saw in the later chapter that's what happened to me. I'm like, wait a minute, am I supposed to do that instead? So, honestly, I don't know. Man, I don't know. This game's weird. But I think a lot of the reason why I like the way this game looks, or why I still love Uncharted 2 for, is because, you know, I grew up playing it, and I have such a huge nostalgia for, like, 2009 games, because there's a lot of good stuff around that year, give or take. Infamous, Batman Arkham Asylum, Uncharted 2. Like, no matter how much I play Arkham Asylum, I mean, yeah, I do get bored of it, to be fair. I've played it so much over the years. But there's always still, like, that little tiny bit of nostalgia for it. And, yeah, don't mind me doing what I did there a second ago. That was an accident. I thought that's where I was supposed to go, but I completely forgot. But, yeah, I have such a huge nostalgia for it, which I remember watching. I think it was either back before Review Tech became a locale. I used to watch Review Tech. Yes, I know, that's crazy. I used to watch him, and then I stopped watching him, and then I came back, and he was a locale, and I'm like, okay, well, I didn't miss anything. It was either him or Vic Benedict. I remember watching a video of theirs a long time ago, and they mentioned something about, like, it's kind of weird that people have, like, nostalgia for 2009, and this was back in maybe 2012, maybe? Oh, I did die here. There's a cutscene that plays, and you got a shotgunner. Just take out the guy to the right because he has more range, and you could just kind of hang back. Only 2 grenades are needed to take out an armored enemy. They're not that bad, thankfully. You can mow them down with your regular guns, but 2 grenades usually is about, usually just does the trick. But anyway, yeah, like back in like 2013, 2012, whatever it was, they were like, I can't believe people have nostalgia for it, and I'm over here like, I do. I don't know, like there was something about it, like that year was just a perfect fucking year for gaming. Sorry about cussing, but it was just such a good year for gaming. I don't know what to tell you. We had good games up until probably, I mean, we still get good games nowadays, but it just feels like a lot of the gaming landscape, like the AAA landscape especially, has dwindled down since like maybe probably 2014, I would say. Maybe 2016. I might be pushing it. But yeah, just AAA crap just doesn't seem like it's as good anymore. I mean, it hasn't been for a while. I haven't really cared for it. Alright, so there's 2 guys to your right, and that's what I kind of fudged up on, but got super lucky. It is a shotgun enemy, so I got extremely lucky not getting killed there. Also, another thing I love about this game is it gives you in-game achievements for your playthrough. It's like, thank you. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, it feels so cool when I get an achievement. This is gonna sound a little cringe, but when I was back in school, when I was playing this game back in school, when I was at school, I would come up with games in my own head, and then I had a game that was like Uncharted, and then I did the whole Uncharted achievement, like get 50 kills with the FAL, get 50 kills with the AK, because I thought that stuff was so cool back then, and I still do. Man, I'm having such a good time. I actually left the house today, so that's probably why I'm feeling pretty good. I smell like the outside, so it's always nice. It's funny, I mean, believe it or not, I'm not really much of an outside guy, but I used to go outside quite a bit as a kid. And then as I got older, I just became more of a video game type person, and now I just play games, and I'm more than happy for it. So I'm pretty content with my life, and I'm glad that I am, because not being content with your life is a harsh thing to be. Something you don't really want to have. And I don't want to take that for granted. I know there's plenty of people out there that don't have, anything good. But for me, I do what I can. I need to learn to be a lot more grateful for things too, because it is a blessing that I'm able to just be here. As cringe and lame as it sounds, I know. It is a blessing just being here, being able to record Uncharted 2. And that just be like something I like to do, I enjoy what I'm doing right now. I was having a pain yesterday playing Uncharted 2 because chapter 22, I think it was, took me an hour to beat. Because of how just non-stop action it was, and how much how much I died doing it. It was so annoying. Oh, and by the way, yes, this is the helicopter chapter, I'm pretty sure. I think this is even the chapter that has the boss fight. If you haven't gotten the trophy for it yet, hop in the pool and you get the Marco Polo trophy. And Uncharted 3, when you're on the ship, which I do plan on doing Uncharted 3, by the way, folks, just letting you know. On Uncharted 3, when you get to the ship with, what was his name, Remendez? I forget his name. When you're on that big boat, there's going to be a pool in it, and you get the Marco Solo achievement. God, I really do miss playing these games. Like, for fun, you know. Like, doing it for a guide is fun, but going back through this game and just playing it for just on normal or just for fun was always a blast. Uncharted 2 was always one of the best campaigns. And still is, I think, out of all the Uncharted campaigns. I still believe that Uncharted 2 has the best campaign out of all of them. Like, Uncharted 1 could be a little bit of fun, but it's mainly Uncharted 2 that, like, everything just hits. Once I get to Chapter 5, it's like, yeah, we're here. I don't care much for Chapter 1 and 2, but once you get past those, you're pretty much good to go. So right here, just hang off the side of the sign, take out, like, 2 enemies, I think it is, and then you can just go ahead and hop on over. Make sure you heal up a little bit so that way the helicopter doesn't kill you. There should be more enemies that appear, but they seem to only appear probably most likely whenever you happen to land on the ground. So, shotgunner, take him out, that sort of thing. Also, this might just be a me thing, but speaking about Uncharted, do you guys ever get that, like, does your nostalgia ever boost when there's a certain period of time in the year? Like, oh, it's fall, and now I'm excited for Halloween. Or maybe it's like, oh, I used to love playing video games or going outside in summer, and then you get nostalgia while you do that. That's what happens to me, because I get that feeling right now, like the spring, summer. Oh yeah, real quick, right here, just let these guys just get hit by the rocket. Mainly the guy with the shotgun. He's like the only one that I think can die, unfortunately. So take out these guys, watch your left, because there will be an enemy that's going to appear around that corner. So just stick to this cover, and then make him show up. Trigger him to spawn, and then wait for the chopper to get done doing what it's doing. And watch your right, mainly the elevator. You'll hear a ding, and that basically just signifies that yes, you should watch out for these guys. Now I did die in this next part, and it checkpointed me to a safety spot. So if you're looking for a spot to be safe at, watch where I cut to right now. That right there, just beeline right straight to this desk. It's probably the safest thing you can do. Take out this group. The chopper's gonna blow up the wall. Be careful of the desks. They can kill you. Once you start falling down, the desks can kill you. I've had it happen. I don't think it's a remastered problem, because I remember this happening back in PS3 as well. So, alright, and then, yeah, these guys will spawn in. Just watch out for him. You can't really take cover, but they shouldn't be able to hit you either at all or very much, so you should be fine. And then just get down here, let it slide down, and just jump. Uncharted's pretty nice about when you jump, or it's usually nice about when you do things at all, because it'll just, it'll give you the, it'll be like, alright, here you go, you got your jump, take it, there you go. Alright, up the stairs we go, and now to basically take down the chopper. Our first true boss fight of Uncharted 2, or honestly probably Uncharted at all. I mean, yeah, there was, what's his nuts? Fuck, I forget his name. Oh yeah, watch out for these guys up here, grab the foul, and then just blast them. Oh, what was his name? The guy from the first one, the final boss guy? Starts with an M. Menendez, or yeah. I don't remember. But either way, I'd say he's kind of a boss fight, I guess. But Uncharted 2 actually does do boss fights, which was something I think people were like, oh, I don't like this. This is kind of lame. Lazarevich is kind of lame. I mean, yeah, a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, I kind of like I appreciate the concept of even having it. Same thing with Bioshock 1. I don't mind a game having a boss fight, even if it's like a game that doesn't really need a boss fight. I don't mind having that. it's kind of a nice way to kind of track where I'm at that point, you know? Alright, so for this, just save your grenades. Don't waste it on these guys. Don't waste it on these fooligans. Just go ahead and plow them down with whatever you got. And then, hop on down and start shooting at the chopper. Now, here's a fun little trip. What? Tip? Yeah, it's a trick and a tip at the same time. It's a trip. So here's a fun little trick. If you shoot the wings, it still counts as him getting hit. So, if you happen to miss, you should be fine. If you shoot within his general vicinity, you should be able to land a shot. Although, if you're too far from the wings, like I was there, it might miss. Actually, you know what? I take that back. Maybe hitting the wings might not work. I could have sworn it did. I spent all these years thinking that hitting the wings worked, but now I'm looking at it, now I'm thinking, maybe it doesn't actually work. Maybe it works sometimes, I don't know. I wish I did. You know what? Scratch that. Just sorry, but I mean, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I seem to not know. Either way, yeah. What a bad guidesman I am, huh? I mean, it looks like it hits right there, so it should be fine. I don't know. But either way, you'll have plenty of grenades. The game gives you plenty of them. I think they even respawn them too. So, well, grenade launcher ammo, you got plenty. And maybe a few more shots and he'd be down. Once he starts catching on fire, shoot him a couple more times and he's basically, you know, as good as dead, so. Alright, that's our first boss fight. I don't think there ever is a second boss fight, right? Unless you count the Guardians, but even then I don't really count them. I don't count them because actually, what about the guy that you fight with Tenzin? Does that count as a boss? You can't really kill them. I don't know. Maybe, I guess. I guess so. I would say it's probably a boss fight. Maybe. Give or take. And speaking of Tenzin, I love the chapter after you meet him. The one where you go to the ice caves. It is so beautiful looking. It is such a beautiful shade of blue. Blue is my favorite color after all, so it makes sense that I would have a fascination with such a color.
That wire. That's our way down. Go, go. All right.
I think that's it, right? We got nothing much else. We just kind of fall down a little bit. Maybe we do something. But we have like 40 seconds left. I don't think there's much left to do. But speaking of time, this is going to be the longest chapter we have for a while. I think a lot of the other chapters upcoming will be about maybe 10 minutes long, give or take. So you won't have to deal with me for another 10 extra minutes I shouldn't be here for. Yeah, just climb up, do your normal climb stuff, and that's pretty much it. Oh, that was the part that I skipped. Yeah, I completely skipped all that climbing. I was like, whoa, okay, cool. So there you go. If you want to try that, try that. Anyway, that's it. So as always, take care, everybody.